In the tense and unexpected plot of The Young and the Restless, Audra Charles is making waves in the power world of Genoa City. After teaming up with Victor Newman, one of the most powerful figures here, Audra continues to venture into a calculating game. From complicated relationships to dangerous decisions, Audra's journey on YNR keeps viewers glued to the screen. From the very first days of appearing on the show, Audra Charles has proven herself to be a talented person, especially when she holds the position of COO at Newman Media under the leadership of Nikki Newman. The relationship between Audra and Nikki seems very close, as Audra is Nikki's confidant, sharing with her the pain of the past and family problems. However, a bitter truth has caused this relationship to crack. Audra reveals that she has feelings for Nikki, but it is a complicated relationship and is not enough to keep Audra at Newman Media. Nikki, despite her compassion, cannot forgive Audra for knowing too many secrets about the Newman family and internal affairs. The decision to fire Audra is inevitable, and from then on, Audra's life has entered a tumultuous period. However, in this context, Audra decides to return to sign a new deal with Victor Newman, even though she has been burned twice before. This relationship, like a double-edged sword, will help Audra achieve her goals or push her into a storm with no way out. Audra is not someone who gives up easily, and after her first failure with Victor when she helped him buy Glissade from Tucker McCall, Audra once again puts her trust in Newman. She feels that this time, things will be different. However, she does not realize that the relationship with Victor is a dangerous game, and every step she takes can lead to a disastrous failure. Victor, with his sharp calculations, is not someone who is easily fooled. Moreover, the appearance of Claire Newman, who is watching every development, makes the situation even more tense. One of the factors that makes this situation more dramatic is the participation of Kyle Abbott. Audra, while dealing with her relationship with Victor, cannot help but think about Kyle, who has been and is having a great influence in her life. However, the complicated feelings between Audra and Kyle will inevitably affect her important decisions, especially when she is still in a relationship with Nate Hastings. The latest developments show that Audra is in a difficult situation, as she has to face the fact that, although she can sign a contract with Newman again, things are slowly slipping out of control. Audra may have to face a bitter truth: she is losing everything, from power to love, and this may lead to a tragic end for this character. The question is whether Audra can save the situation, or will she become a discarded card in the game of Victor Newman and other characters? Every plot in The Young and the Restless is tightly built, and the suspense in following the relationship between Audra, Victor, and the remaining characters is heating up the fans' hearts. Surely, with bold decisions and challenging psychological battles, Audra Charles will continue to be an indispensable character in the next episodes of YNR. The Young and the Restless always creates surprising and challenging scenarios for viewers. In particular, the character Audra Charles has become one of the highlights that attracts the attention of the audience with her bold, cunning moves and dangerous deals that she does not hesitate to make to achieve her goals. While Audra's relationships with powerful figures such as Victor Newman, Nikki Newman, Kyle Abbott, and Nate Hastings continue to be complicated, the developing plot will make The Young and the Restless not only a long-running drama but also a bloody psychological war. Audra Charles, the risky seduction with Victor Newman. Audra Charles has always been a cunning woman who knows how to take advantage of situations to achieve her goals. Although she failed twice in dealing with the Newman family, she returned to Victor Newman, who is considered one of the most powerful figures in Genoa City. But this time Audra is not just signing contracts or making business deals like before. She decides to go further by seducing Victor to carry out her calculated plans. This is not a random decision, but a bold move. Audra is well aware that Victor is a man who is not easily manipulated, but she believes that she can win him over with her tricks. The hot scenes between Audra and Victor not only explode the plot but also lead to more complicated situations, when Nikki Newman, who is originally part of the Newman family, witnesses these love scenes. The relationship between Audra and Victor is not only a power play but also a dramatic battle, when each step Audra takes has the potential for unforeseen risks. The Deal and the Terminator. Audra signs the contract again. Audra Charles is a strong and ambitious woman, but she also has a dark side. After being fired from Newman Media for her complicated relationships and revealing her feelings for Nikki Newman, Audra did not give up. She even continued to sign deals with Victor Newman, despite having been burned twice before. This shows that Audra is not only a woman willing to take risks, but also has incredible resilience in the face of failure. The new deal Audra signed with Victor was not simply a normal commercial contract. She had to accept terms that demeaned her. However, with her determination, Audra believed that these terms would not fail her again. She wrote these agreements in the hope that everything would work out. But does she really understand that this is a deal she is entering, and could these decisions lead to her own downfall? Audra's moves to sign a contract with Newman again make viewers question her credibility in the eyes of people like Victor. She may have fooled Victor once, but this time, when faced with a bigger challenge, can she continue to defeat the powerful people in the Newman family? Complicated relationships with Kyle Abbott and Nate Hastings. In addition to her risky deals with Victor, Audra's life is also dominated by her complicated relationships with Kyle Abbott and Nate Hastings. When Audra decides to sign a contract with Victor again, she can't help but think of Kyle, with whom she had a relationship. But this brings up problems in the relationship between Audra and Nate, a man she once had feelings for and a long-term working relationship with. The relationship between Audra and Kyle is not a simple love. Both have their own secrets and internal struggles. However, the appearance of Claire Newman, who has been monitoring Audra's every move, may create tension when she discovers what is happening between Audra and Kyle. This will affect Audra's relationship not only with Kyle but also with Nate, when her risky decisions may make things more chaotic than ever. As Audra signs risky deals and pursues complicated relationships, can she keep things together when she is on the brink of collapse? Her decisions in signing the contract with Newman may lead to a tragic end, as she is losing everything: reputation, love, and power. With each step, Audra is facing great risks. Signing the deal with Victor may bring her new opportunities, but at the same time, she becomes a pawn in the game of Victor and the Newman family. And when the complexities of life push her into unforeseen situations, Audra will have to face the truth. Can she get out of her bad decisions, or will they drag her down? Audra Charles is not someone to be defeated easily. She is a smart, ambitious, and cunning woman who is willing to do anything to achieve her goals. Her relationship with Victor Newman, her risky charm, and her difficult deals all create dramatic plots on The Young and the Restless. However, will she be able to maintain these relationships and maintain her position in Genoa City, or will she pay the price for the dangerous decisions she has made? The answer will gradually be revealed through the next episodes of the show, making it impossible for viewers to take their eyes off the screen. In the powerful and intrigue-filled world of The Young and the Restless, nothing is simple. Relationships are built on intricate deals, buried secrets, and people willing to sacrifice everything to achieve their goals. While the Newman family remains at the center of these complex developments, Audra Charles has proven herself to be a formidable opponent. Her story and her connection to Victor Newman will bring intense and dramatic plot twists that will not only shake up the Newman family but also create unforeseen conflicts in Genoa City. Audra Charles, the woman of many tricks. From the moment she appeared on The Young and the Restless, Audra Charles has been an ambitious, intelligent woman who knows how to play the game of power. As a talented employee at Newman Media under the leadership of Nikki Newman, Audra always does her best in every task assigned to her. However, what she shows on the outside is only part of the grand scheme she is pursuing. Despite her beautiful appearance and sharp talent, Audra seeks success not only in her work but also in complex relationships, and does not hesitate to get involved in calculating conspiracies. But once she sets foot in the world of the Newman family, things begin to change. Audra finds that she can take advantage of the power of Victor Newman, who is not only a powerful boss but also a mysterious and attractive man. When she sees threats to Newman in the context of the family facing major changes in the business world, Audra does not hesitate to approach Victor, trying to gain his attention. This opens a new door to risky relationships. Victor Newman, the powerful and the unfair relationship. Victor Newman has always been a person who is not easy to manipulate. Although he is known for his shrewdness and calculation, he is not without emotions. While his relationship with his wife, Nikki Newman, is going through challenges, Victor finds something new and exciting in Audra. Audra is not only a talented woman but also an individual who can bring incredible results to the Newman company. But things will not stop there. The relationship between Victor and Audra begins to become complicated as the charm and attraction between them becomes stronger. However, this is a terrible truth that no one can accept. The relationship between Victor and Audra is not just a business relationship but also a seductive and dangerous one. The sight of them in intimate moments, close to each other, in bed together, is one of the unimaginable things in the Newman family world, where everything is kept secret and neat. But for Audra, this is a bold move to take the position she desires in the company, even though she is playing a risky game. Nate Hastings, the horrible truth finder, but no one can hide the truth forever. Nate Hastings, the man with whom Audra had a romantic relationship, will be the one to discover this terrible truth. When he catches a glimpse of Audra and Victor's intimate moments, a feeling of disgust will flood his heart. Nate used to be Audra's close friend and colleague, but when he discovers what she is doing, he cannot accept it. Their relationship, from friends to lovers, is brutally broken. Audra's actions with Victor not only destroy Nate's trust, but also force him to face a bitter truth about love and loyalty. Nate will have to decide whether he can forgive Audra, or whether he will leave her, not only for what she did to Victor, but also for the schemes she has been carrying out in the shadows. The relationship between Audra and Nate will likely end in pain and despair. Kyle Abbott and his complicated relationship with Audra and Claire. Audra and Kyle Abbott have a complicated relationship. Kyle, the most highly regarded man in the Abbott family, will be caught up in Audra's scheming and calculating decisions. As Audra continues to get closer to Victor, Kyle can't help but feel that something is not right in his relationship with her. But the story doesn't stop with Audra and Kyle. Claire Newman, Victor and Nikki's daughter, is also keeping an eye on everything that happens between Audra and Kyle. Claire, with her curiosity and suspicions, will gradually realize that her relationship with Kyle may be tested when Audra enters their lives. The intimate situations between Audra and Kyle may complicate their relationship, and once again, Audra will be faced with a difficult choice: to maintain her position in the Newman family or to give up everything for the love of Kyle. Victor Newman's dangerous deals and schemes. With all that has happened, the relationship between Audra and Victor will not be able to maintain easily. Victor, an ambitious and powerful man, will not keep Audra if she does not bring him real benefits. If Audra cannot meet Victor's demands, he will soon abandon her and find a replacement. However, if she continues to fulfill her mission, Victor will have absolute power in his hands, and Audra will become nothing more than a tool in his hands. This situation will also affect Kyle Abbott. If Victor keeps Audra around for long, Kyle will be manipulated, not only in his work but also in his personal life. Victor may force Kyle to accept a life he doesn't want, and if Kyle doesn't comply, he will face severe punishment from the Newman family. The Young and the Restless has been building a story full of intrigue, power, and betrayal. Audra Charles, Victor Newman, Nate Hastings, Kyle Abbott, and Claire Newman, all are important pieces in a dramatic story where love and power are dangerously intertwined. Can Audra maintain this calculating relationship and achieve her goals, or will she lose everything in Victor Newman's power play? Her future and the future of those around her will continue to be tense and full of surprises.